পৃষ্ঠা 256 Voice. Voice is the form and feature of a verb. It clarifies whether the subject does the action or the action is done to the subject. Voice বা বাচ্য ক্রিয়াপদের একটি রূপ এবং বৈশিষ্ট্য। এটি স্পষ্ট করে দেখিয়ে দেয় যে বাক্যের কর্তা কাজটি নিজে করেছে নাকি বাক্যের কর্তাকে লক্ষ্য করে কাজটি করা হয়েছে। In English, there are two types of voice. ইংরেজি ভাষায় ভয়েস দু ধরনের, অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস, প্যাসিভ ভয়েস। অ্যাক্টিভ, I did it yesterday. Passive, it was done by me yesterday. He has done the work has been done by him. Active voice. Active voice follows the normal word order, subject plus verb plus object. Active voice স্বাভাবিক শব্দক্রম অনুসরণ করে, কর্তা যোগ ক্রিয়া যোগ কর্ম। The subject is active. এখানে সাবজেক্ট বা বাক্যের কর্তা সক্রিয়। It says what we do. অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস আমরা কি করি তা বলে। প্যাসিভ ভয়েস, দ্য নর্মাল ওয়ার্ড অর্ডার চেঞ্জেস ইন দ্য প্যাসিভ ভয়েস, সাবজেক্ট প্লাস বি প্লাস পাস্ট পার্টিসিপল প্লাস বাই প্লাস অবজেক্ট। প্যাসিভ ভয়েসের স্বাভাবিক শব্দক্রম পরিবর্তিত হয়, কর্তা যোগ বিই যোগ পাস্ট পার্টিসিপল যোগ বাই বিওয়াই বাই যোগ কর্ম। দ্য সাবজেক্ট ইজ নট অ্যাক্টিভ। এখানে সাবজেক্ট বা বাক্যের কর্তা সক্রিয় নয়। ইট সেজ হোয়াট হ্যাপেন্স টু আস অর হোয়াট ইজ ডান। প্যাসিভ ভয়েস আমাদের সাথে কি ঘটেছে বা কি করা হয়েছে তা বলে। চেঞ্জিং অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েস ইন্টু প্যাসিভ। জেনারেল রুলস। 1. The active object becomes the passive subject. অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েসের অবজেক্টটি প্যাসিভ ভয়েসের সাবজেক্টে পরিণত হয়। 2. Be verb is added to the active verb and the active verb turns to past participle form. অ্যাক্টিভ ভার্বের সঙ্গে বি ভার্ব যুক্ত হয় এবং অ্যাক্টিভ ভার্বটি পাস্ট পার্টিসিপল রূপে পরিবর্তিত হয়। 3. If the agent is to be specified, the active subject becomes the object of the preposition by. কাজটি কার দ্বারা করা হচ্ছে তা যদি সুনির্দিষ্ট করে বলতে হয় তাহলে অ্যাক্টিভ সাবজেক্টটি বাই প্রিপোজিশনের অবজেক্ট হয়ে থাকে। পৃষ্ঠা 257। অ্যাক্টিভ, এখানে একটি ছক করে দেখানো আছে। অ্যাক্টিভ সাবজেক্ট ভার্ব অবজেক্ট। প্যাসিভে সেটা এসে যাচ্ছে, অবজেক্ট এসে যাচ্ছে সাবজেক্টে, বি প্লাস পাস্ট পার্টিসিপল বাই প্লাস অবজেক্ট। সাবজেক্ট এখানে অবজেক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে। অ্যাক্টিভ, হি ডিড দিস। প্যাসিভে, দিস ওয়াজ ডান বাই হিম। Passive voice of complex sentences. 1. If a complex sentence has two transitive verbs, both the transitive verbs of the main clause and the subordinate clause are changed into passive. Sometimes introductory it is used in the passive voice. একটি জটিল বাক্যে দুটি ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব থাকলে মেইন ক্লজ এবং সাবঅর্ডিনেট ক্লজ উভয়ের ভার্বই প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে পরিবর্তিত হয়। কখনো কখনো ইন্ট্রোডাক্টরি ইট শব্দটি প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে ব্যবহার করা হয়। অ্যাক্টিভ, অল নো দ্যাট হি হ্যাজ ডান ইট। প্যাসিভ, ইট ইজ নোন টু অল দ্যাট ইট হ্যাজ বিন ডান বাই হিম। We must endure what we cannot cure. What cannot be cured must be endured. 2. If a complex sentence has only one transitive verb, only that transitive verb is changed into passive voice. যদি জটিল বাক্যে মাত্র একটি ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্ব থাকে তখন শুধু সেই ট্রানজিটিভ ভার্বটি প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে পরিবর্তিত হয়। অ্যাক্টিভ: পিপল থট দ্যাট দ্য আর্থ ওয়াজ ফ্ল্যাট। প্যাসিভ: ইট ওয়াজ থট দ্যাট দ্য আর্থ ওয়াজ ফ্ল্যাট। People say that the house is haunted. The house is said to be haunted. Exercise: change the voice active to passive. 1. Manners reveal character. Character is revealed by manners. He made a very remarkable discovery. A very remarkable discovery was made by him. The farmer gathers the harvest. The harvest is gathered by the farmer. 4. The enemy has defeated our army. Our army has been defeated. 5. People will soon forget it. It will be soon forgotten. 6. We saw you and him. You and he were seen by us. They refused me admission. I was refused admission by them. 8. They found him guilty of murder. He was found guilty of murder. 9. He keeps me waiting. I am kept waiting. 10. One may accomplish many things by a little effort. Many things can be accomplished by a little effort. 11. We must listen to his words. His words must be listened to. 12. Shall I ever forget those happy days? Will those happy days ever be forgotten? 13. Alas, we shall hear his voice no more. Alas, his voice will be heard no more. 14. All desire wealth and some acquire it. Wealth is desired by all and acquired by some. 15. He did not open the book. The book is not opened by him. 16. I have asked him to follow us about. He has been asked by me to follow us about. 17. Why did they refuse your admission? Why was your admission refused by them? 18. Break it open. Let it be broken open. 19. You may come inside. You may be allowed to come inside. 20. He has resumed his business. His business has been resumed by him. 21. The committee will have reviewed the applications by next week. The applications will have been reviewed by the committee by next week. 22. Scientists are developing innovative solutions to combat climate change. Innovative solutions are being developed by scientists to combat climate change. 23. They had constructed the bridge before the monsoon season began. The bridge had been constructed by them before the monsoon season began. 24. The author is writing a sequel to the best-selling novel. A sequel to the best-selling novel is being written by the author. 25. The marketing team had launched the campaign by the end of the quarter. The campaign had been launched by the marketing team by the end of the quarter. 26. The chef will prepare a special dish for the event. A special dish will be prepared by the chef for the event. 27. They are discussing the new policy in the board meeting. The new policy is being discussed in the board meeting by them. 28. The technicians had repaired the machinery before the factory reopened. The machinery had been repaired by the technicians before the factory reopened. 29. Researchers will present their findings at the conference. Their findings will be presented by researchers at the conference. 30. The artist is creating a masterpiece for the exhibition. A masterpiece is being created by the artist for the exhibition. Change the voice passive to active. 1. A new law has been passed. The government has passed a new law. Your last bill was not paid on time. You did not pay your last bill on time. 3. The wall of the building has not been painted yet. They have not painted the wall of the building yet. 4. Crops are harvested in October. Farmers harvest crops in October. 5. No one is allowed to smoke here. They do not allow anyone to smoke here. His face has been scarred by smallpox. Smallpox has scarred his face. Her son, number 7. Her son was killed in the war. The war killed her son. 8. Paper was invented to bear ideas. People invented paper to bear ideas. 9. Everything was still done by hand. They still did everything by hand. 10. He is nowhere to be found. No one can find him anywhere. 11. He has to be taught a lesson. Someone has to teach him a lesson. 12. He needs to be washed and fed. Someone needs to wash and feed him. Let not your hearts be troubled. 13. Let not your hearts be troubled. Do not let your hearts be troubled. 14. This is what I was told. This is what someone told me. 15. I was surprised by his question. নাম্বার 15 থেকে নাম্বার 31 পর্যন্ত পৃষ্ঠা 259 রয়েছে। 15. I was surprised by his question. পৃষ্ঠা 259 উত্তর পড়ছি। His question surprised me. 16. I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want anyone to disturb me. 17. We want to be loved and admired. We want people to love and admire us. 18. How many lives could be saved? How many lives could people save? 19. What is left of it? What remains of it? Or what does it leave? 20. How could he be forgiven for such a crime? How could anyone forgive him for such a crime? 21. What should be done now? What should we do now? 22. Is it known to happen? Do people know it to happen? 23. He is supposed to be here. People or we expect him to be here. 24. Some things are no longer spoken of. People no longer speak of some things. 25. Nor should it be forgotten. Nor should people forget it. 26. There is no time to be lost. Nor should people 26. There is no time to be lost. We have no time to lose. 27. There was no more that needed to be said. We needed to say no more. 28. There is something to be done. We need to do something. 29. There was no choice to be made. We had no choice to make. 30. Perhaps something can still be changed. Perhaps we can still change something. 31. The flight will be delayed by half an hour. They will delay the flight by half an hour. HS Model Question 2024 wbchse.